Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with the DRF race of the day for Thursday, September the 22nd. It's race number 8 at Belmont at the Big A. We're going 6.5 furlongs. It's a first level allowance race for fillies and mares. I'll be back with the full preview after this brief message. Want to view free Formulator past performances for this race? Head to the Race of the Day page at DRF.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the DailyRacingForm YouTube channel and bet this card with DRF Bets. Here's the field for race number 8 at Belmont at the Big A on Thursday. Please scan the QR code for Race of the Day access on your mobile devices. We'll throw up the Timeform US pace projector for this race. The one chasing Kara should show a lot better speed than she did in her last start. The Union Avenue, a race at Saratoga against New York breds where she had the far outside post, broke outward, and that kind of hurt her chances. Breaking from the rail, she's going to show a lot more speed. She's done very well in the past when able to make the lead. No arguments with Timeform US concerning Chloe Rose and Mosienko. Those horses should be in prime tracking position when the real racing begins. But speaking about chasing Kara, it's worth noting that her big race 3 starts back, it did come over a sloppy track, and she seems to really appreciate a bit of moisture in the ground, but it also came when she cleared to an uncontested early lead, and I think that's going to be the plan from these connections in this race. Since that effort, her second-level New York bred allowance condition, they ran her once at Belmont in a first-level allowance. She pressed the pace, she tired pretty badly, and then the Union Avenue where she just broke sluggishly from the outside post. She must prove her mettle against these open horses. She's just gone through her New York bred conditions 3 starts back, but if the skies open up and there's a little bit of rain, the wet track, coupled with a potential pace edge, makes her somewhat interesting at a playable price. The number 2 is Snicket, and while Snicket, you look at her lifetime record, 3 for 24, 10 runner-up efforts, not exactly a winning profile. She likes racing at Aqueduct. She's 3 for 7 at Aqueduct on the main track. She's 0 for 17 everywhere else, and she's coming off a useful performance. Let's watch this effort, the aforementioned Union Avenue at Saratoga, where she finishes second to bank on Anna. I thought Speed did very well in this race, and Snicket came from slightly off of it. She was a much improved second in this race. She's been able to win in the past on the lead from off the pace. She's tactical enough to adapt to any sort of pace scenario. Trevor McCarthy retains the mount, and it appears this New York bred is in good form. 3 starts back when she was in against open first level allowance competition, she caught a wet track. I don't think she likes a wet track as much as chasing Kara. The number 3 in here is 2AT. 2AT was wired last time out, and the race we're going to show you, the favorite just got to the lead in that race, and 2AT comes with a very strong run after not breaking very well, and she just missed with a career best 85 buyer speed figure. Now she's been stuck in this first level allowance for the spring and into the summer, but she seems to be taking incremental steps forward, and certainly a big step forward from the buyer scale last time out. She is not a great gate horse. She often breaks a little bit slow in her races, and if the pace is slow, it could work against a horse like 2AT, but she's in good form, and you can expect her to make a strong late bid. The 4 is Fight on Lucy, another horse that's just been stuck in this first level allowance. She is another New York bred, but she's 3 for 36 lifetime. Several seconds, several thirds. She's been freshened since her most recent start. I think that freshening is going to work very well for her. She finished behind 2AT in her most recent start. I think she needs to take a forward step if she's going to contend for win honors, but maybe she can crack your single race exotics at a pretty solid price. Chloe Rose had tactical speed. We saw that in the Timeform US pace projector. Last time out, she was kind of hung out wide at Saratoga. She was chasing the pace. She tired. Go back to her race 2 starts back. I know it was only a $50,000 starter at Saratoga, but she got close to the pace, a trip that could be coming for her on Thursday, and she was very game to win that race. I think she's okay now that the blinkers have come back on for trainer Gustavo Rodriguez. Again, from a buyer standpoint, needs to move forward. Certainly not out of the question considering her tactical speed. Mosienko is red hot right now for trainer Dennis Lalman. Let's watch her last start. She moves through her second level New York bred condition, going 7/8 of a mile at Saratoga. She won it with a 93 buyer speed figure. Now, she had a lot of things go her way in this race. There's no pace on. She sat second off the leader. The closers are nowhere to be heard from in the stretch, but you gotta like the way Mosienko wins. She draws away readily, drifts out a little bit in the stretch on her own. With her tactical speed, it's likely that she's going to be sitting second or third in the clear, with dead aim on the leaders turning into the stretch, and if she runs back to her most recent start, they're all going to have them nailed on tight. Firing Carol is the number 7, and I think this is a very interesting long shot contender. Her most recent start at Saratoga was her first race in a long time, and she likely needed that effort. She was beaten 8 lengths that day. She didn't break very well, but she showed a little bit of life in the stretch. I think in her second start of the form cycle, Firing Carol will be a little bit sharper, and perhaps she can come with a run at a price at the end of this race. Before we get to my top selections, please click the subscribe button on the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel for all the latest DRFTV video franchises. Top pick time in here. Mosienko, the price isn't going to be very appealing. Her last race was appealing enough for me to think that she could make it 3 in a row, and I like her outside attack post position in this race. She's going to be my top selection to a T if she can break a little bit better, and that's always an issue for her. Her late kick makes her somewhat dangerous in here. Snicket, the number 2. I like her tactical speed, and she's a horse for course. 6-3-2-7 for me in the Thursday race of the day at Belmont at the Big A. Good luck.